Oh, 508 plow. It did a good job plowing this up. Why did it do that, do you ask, you know? Well, because I decided in my infinite wisdom, I'd clean up stuff. Start putting it away. And then, all of a sudden, I heard a pop. What was that, you ask? Why, it was the loader totally self-destructing itself. So guess what? We get to fix that now. Not like it was a big surprise. That obviously at some point in its history was broken before and somebody tried to fix it. As much places are on this loader, there's one somebody's tried to fix at some point in its life. And no, it wasn't me, but we get to fix that now. So the best I could do was chain up the plow halfway in the driveway and just drag it here. And now at least it's sitting up on its jack. So, but anyway, that's our project. And I guess we'll get going right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man, also known as the Sadness Man, because it seems like no matter what happens, sadness follows me all the days of my life. So, of course we are a slob, and of course, you see what's happened there. The chain is under the jack, so we can't use this chain, or we can hook to it and pull it, and then you know what's going to happen. The plow will hit the ground, and that's fine. I'm over it. We need a chain, that's what I'm saying. Why do we need a chain, you ask? Well, because we never got back to our other project of Oliver 70, which we were in the process of taking the steel wheels off. So it's sitting right in the way of the welder, which we now need for the loader more than the welder. So we're gonna take this chain. Yeah, it would start and run and move, but it's just easier to hook a chain to it and pull it backwards out of the way. And then we can get to our welder. And hopefully, maybe one of these days, life will cut us some slack and we won't have to keep, you know, fixing things over and over and over again. So I'm going to get everything, yeah, I guess, well, you can just watch. You can watch the failure. I'm going to pull this chain out from under this plow, I suppose, which you know is going to knock this plow over. Also, we should probably move this sad sack out of the way. If you weren't in on the last rendition of that, the window busted out of it. So might as well move it. Sure. It's kind of hot out here and I really don't feel like doing anything now, you know? Everything is breaking. So I feel like just going inside and laying down real still and maybe nothing else will tear up. Sure. What luck! What a pretty loader. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Well, it started raining for absolutely no reason, so that stopped my progress here. But I got it welded back together pretty well from here and most of this side. I need to do this side, and I also need to drill a hole at the ends to stop that crack from going and then weld that up. It's broken down here. I got to weld most of the way around that. I welded the top a little bit to help hold everything. I had to take all the steel lines loose so I could work. It's not quite perfect here. It's obviously not in the best shape anymore. The last guy before me had all kinds of bracing welded on it, and I found that that does not work. I need to just cut these off because they were not, I didn't have them connected finally. What they would do was, if you would accidentally get the boom, there were times you could do stuff where you'd actually twist it, and then these things wouldn't let it spring back the way it was supposed to be, and then it would be crooked. And as soon as I cut those, I didn't have that problem anymore. So, you know, they added these rods. I added this piece. That did it more good than anything, but this rod's actually broke loose from this wound, so I need to try to make that more better. I need to just probably find another one and start over because this one is pretty rough. At the time I wanted a loader and this guy wanted to trade, and it was a good deal, I thought, but turns out this loader was pretty rough, so I don't know. It's got a lot of wounds on it from its previous life. It's also supposed to have, I think, a plate through here, and it feels like they cut that off, you know, so might fix that back in because we're going to be replacing these hoses pretty soon. Looks like they're pretty bad. They're still the originals, so we'll have to do that. Also, I think I'm going to go ahead and just plate this. I'll get a plate cut tomorrow where I can, you know, weld it from here to here or something. Probably go ahead and do both sides that way. And then what I mean is by both sides, also this one over here, because it's also been at some point in its life, somebody has repaired on it a little bit. And obviously that must be a tremendous point of stress right where the cylinder is pulling on the boom for the bucket. And that could very easily cause that. So yeah, we might as well fix it now whilst we've got it destroyed. But I'm over it for today. I'm gonna go work on something else. So that's where it's gonna sit. I don't have the plates anyway, so I'll get that done tomorrow. And hopefully we'll be able to use our loader again soon. Like I said, I may go ahead and cut these out. I don't know. They, in theory, are a good idea, but not so much. They just, for whatever reason, they did not seem to, they hurt more than they help. I can't explain it, but that's the way it is. So we'll see, but at any rate, whatever I was saying before I forgot what I was saying is that we're going to table this till tomorrow because I'm over it. But at least it's welded back in one piece where when you pick it up, it doesn't come all to pieces. So that's nice. We're making progress. All right, next day. I got this welded back together. I've been grinding on it, re-welding places, trying to make it as good as it can be, because I also got these, and we're gonna plate it to bridge that gap and give it some extra strength. Because if you look at it, it makes sense why it broke there. All the force from your bucket is pulling right there. So we're gonna also plate that other side before it becomes a problem, because it's already been repaired somewhat. So we'll not only make it match by the time we're done, but maybe stop that from happening over there. So this has turned into a multi-day project because there's a lot of stuff I want to do while we're doing this. We'll plate those. I got to re-weld down in here. That's all messed up. I would like to get that plate put back in. It originally had a plate and then the Oliver shield in the center of it, so we'll do that, but then we'll have to get new hydraulic hoses, which is no loss because those are garbage. We'll make it happen, friends. But right now, this is our project. I can't really film while we weld because I don't think that welding is good for these cameras, so that's why I never usually film welding. So you'll just have to use your imagination. All right, I gotta clean it up and do better. I'm not very good at welding upside down and uphill. but the other two sides don't look too bad. So I'll get that cleaned up and probably hit that again, try to make it a little bit better. And then we got to do the back side, and we got to do the other side, and we got to do that. There's just a lot of stuff that it needs, but it's going to be a lot better than it was when we started. So, or I should say before we started, before the break, it should be a lot better than that. So I'll plug away at this and we'll see if there's anything noteworthy to bring you back on. All right, so a while ago I was running down the road trying to loosen my load. 7 women on my mind. Not really, just one. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, I was thinking. And I know that because I could smell the burning. So I know I was thinking. And what I was thinking is, instead of fighting this and trying to weld above my head, which I absolutely hate, you know, vertical welding, it's no fun. And I got to get to that. And I want to plate the back side of this and the other side. And it's just going to be a struggle of sadness. So why not just go ahead, now that it's back in one piece, take the bucket off, take the cylinders off here, take the hydraulic lines off, and then take this main boom off so I can flip it around on the ground and I can weld stuff flat. So I get good welds every direction, you know, flip it over, do whatever I have to do. And then that way it is the best that it can be, because we use this every day in the winter time, and it would really be handy to not destroy it, you know. It seems like every few years we destroy something on it, and like I said, it ain't much. Whoever had it before me was hard on it, and there is welding all over it that's not original. So it would just be a good thing, I think, to go ahead and do it right now while the weather is not bad. So I guess we will leave this video here, as ridiculous as it has been so far. I mean, you didn't really see much other than, I guess I did connect it back up and get one plate put on there part way, but I would rather take it all the way off now and get it the best that it can be. And you know what I'm saying. And then that way we hopefully don't have to fool with it again and again. Plus, these hoses are on borrowed time. They need to be replaced anyway. So now would just be a good time to do that. And then we can get them long enough where they go underneath like they should have originally. I guess we could actually go above, but it would make more sense to go underneath. I'll have to look at the pictures and see how the originals were, but there's supposed to be a solid plate across that hole, and I think I'll put that back too. I'll get something to, you know, put that in there so that that looks original, you know. I want it to look somewhat nice. I might even throw a coat of paint on that, which then will make me want to throw a coat of paint on this, and I don't know. Who knows where this project will snowball. But I know this has to be fixed, and we might as well do it correctly. So I think that's the plan, and we're gonna call this one here, and we'll pick it up again sometime in the future. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. That helps out the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment. Tell me that you liked it, or tell me that you hated it. Tell me I'm a moron. I really don't care, but anything that you say helps us out too. So thank you again, as always, for watching, and I will see you in the next one.